still to use the AD carries we saw at Worlds, though. So if they get pushed into Tristana or something, you can go for kill lanes with Tristana, you know, try and combo there. It definitely is still a viable option. It's just what we would expect Turkey to ban out next round of bans would be the Varus, try and force them in that direction.
And that might come through. Of course, Europe decided that it was more important to secure Tahm Kench before anything else went away. You had seen Leona hover before. Those hard engaged champions certainly threatening. So supporting the Xerath with a great disengaged tank, chomp him up, walk him away, make sure he's safe. Yanko's also high price on Kha'Zix. Fun to see. I love the champion. We're going to see him run around on the prowl.
I'm extremely excited because I've been spamming pretty much only Kha'Zix and Xin Zhao in the preseason when he's not banned. There are so many interesting little tricks that you can actually do with Kha'Zix right now that we'll have to wait to get into in the game, but it really does help out your mid laner as well quite a bit. So we'll see if they can play around that Xerath. Here we go, though. Sivir ban instead of the Varus already.
And I don't think Sivir actually gained much from the preseason changes. I felt like she doesn't have the best keystones really herself. Comet doesn't trigger off W. Airy, I'm pretty sure should, but that feels kind of weird. And you guys in Dreamers, like, it's not like Mana Flow ban suddenly made you, forget your mana concerns. So she's just not like a great user, one of the best runes in the game. But either way, interesting that they're getting rid of Reckless's more comfort picks, and we'll see what he actually goes for himself. No LeBlanc for the mid lane of Frozen. Of course, LeBlanc would certainly prey on Xerath pretty well, so looking at the counter picks that Europe expects out of Frozen.
And I would like to touch on top lane as well, as that was the last pick here from Turkey, and Gnar has been so big. Top lane's really had a resurgence kind of when they have had some semi-carry top laners like this. Gnar can either take the airy or the press the attack, and we've seen already in this tournament an early fed Gnar can just take over the entire game. So, and Thaldrun is the captain of this Turkish team, so he's going to be very happy to have that champion. And they actually, since they're focusing the AD carry bans here, no further top lane bans have come out, so as we'll have a pick of the litter here to try and counter.
Absolutely the case, and it might be Maokai for himself. We've seen that one be a great matchup in an hour before, especially with the gank assist. We actually saw the exact situation of a Kha'Zix ganking a Maokai at level 3, one-shotting a Gnar and starting the snowball. That was Karsa against Korea, so maybe the same thing going to happen here for Europe. Have to wait to see. Echo, of course, removed from Frozen, his most beloved champion. So he goes down to Malzahar here in the matchup. Certainly doesn't quite have the same... You have the flash ult to get the ganks off, but you're getting poked out of lane otherwise. You don't have a lot of reach, I feel like.
And usually, I would just like the defensive ults, honestly, with Malzahar nowadays. If Kha'Zix jumps in, that is your primary target. If you can try and get him before he goes invisible, which, that is up to the Kha'Zix to try and immediately R after getting in there, then it can really ruin his day.
You are right, Tristana going to be the one to pick up here, and Tahm Kench certainly does have, at least in the laning phase, a chance to go aggressively. So you could have some pretty explosive all-ins in the bot lane. Waiting to see now the support for Turkey.
I'm kind of excited that we are seeing these things, because theoretically I was like, okay, yeah, you can still use these Worlds AD carries, and Tristana is still good, right? But now we're actually going to see it in practice here with Red.
Oh, dog champ! A dog champ for Soaz!
In All-Stars!
I don't know if it's actually good into Gnar specifically, but he's going to go for it anyway. I love it. So, we had one Nasus at Worlds this year, and it was against Soaz. We had a very hard time against Khan from Longzhu. But now we've got, I believe that was the matchup, right?
Yeah, we'll have to check on his rune page if he decides to go with the fastest Nasus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Phase Rush, Mana Flow Band, get the stacks forever.
Probably going to be Soaz's very own special dog champ rune page. He's had it ready here.
Well, we are on 723. Actually, Kleptomancy is one of the best keystones on Nasus because in this patch gives 25 bonus range, so your Q autos actually reach a bit farther. That Trundle pick's going to be going support almost definitely. I'm pretty sure that Gnar is going top lane. And that means a pretty interesting duo because you have the pillar to kind of set up some of the Jhin snipes, and Trundle himself is pretty tanky, making it a bit hard for the European duo to get through that. We'll see how it goes.
I really do kind of like it as well, because in the bottom lane, it's not like you're going to pick Leona or something, right? There's a Tahm Kench already, and it's difficult to even focus him down. So picking up that Trundle, they'll have the Shred for later for either the Tahm Kench or the Nasus, whichever one is in range.
Sure. Pillar's even good at disengaging an Nasus in a fight as well. If he doesn't have the slow resist from Phase Rush, you can push him off your team.
Definitely, zone control has been really big because as much as we like to talk up the individuals, team play has really shown through here so far. If just one play of a tournament already.
It's been a big deal so far, even though it's only a sort of semi-serious event. It's been off for some of these players. I know, I think someone had said Oh yeah, my mid laner hasn't even played any Zoe yet. Yanko said he's never played against the champion yet at all. It's been banned every game he's played. So not everyone has all the practice, right? And either way, they're still, of course, representing their home region, representing their own pride, and hoping to pull up some wins for the squads. Europe and Turkey both 0-1 coming into the day, but certainly a chance for both these squads to make it back in. We'll see what can come through. To get ourselves into the very first game of the day. Day 2 of All-Stars 2017 begins now. So, Aerie, Nasus, not a huge surprise. I'll actually get my rune updates pretty shortly. Ignar going Spellbook, though, I'm excited about. And press the attack, no surprise on Tristana. Everything else looks pretty normal based on what we've seen so far.
Yeah. It's funny that Spellbook as well on Malzahar is the normal.
Is the norm, yeah.
Because we've seen the, laning, more laning-oriented teleport and stuff like that later. But a teleport on a Malzahar late game, you never really get much use out of it because it's not really a split pusher. He wants to team fight more, and it does fall off. So it's kind of nice for the Malzahar to be able to transition into a super high mobility flash ghost combination.
Yeah.
Really does allow him to get off his ultimate on the primary target. Difficulty this time around, though, he's playing against the Tom Kench, so he's definitely going to have to worry about where Ignar is and the denial of his very impactful ultimate.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun one here. I want to point out Reckless's secondary rune choices. His primaries are all very standard. Reckless went Domination secondary for the when you jump, you gain bonus lethality, which is a sudden impact, and also Eyeball Collection to get a bunch of bonus AD. So he's going for a pretty all-in heavy sort of rune page. Statistically in solo queue, sudden impact is actually not that great on Tristana because you don't rocket jump actually all that often. But if he's going for all-ins, it's going to be on for him.
Yeah, like we said, you can still go for those kills. Here we go with Ignar. Making his way into the jungle already. Gets a lick off of Zerk Sting, and he's going to have to return to lane. Soaz, unlucky.
Down to 2/3 HP. Does have Iron Skin in second wind. He did go for the more sustain-based stuff based on the matchup, which makes total sense for him. But still not going to be easy to play Nasus and Anar, I feel like.
Yeah, and as we said before, Thaldrin here, captain, huge playmaker for Turkey. This is definitely a guy that should be talked up. And he got his hands on the Gnar. He's got a good early trade onto Soaz. And meanwhile, on bottom lane,
yeah, they're okay. He got the stun off. Of course, there's no chomp just yet until these 3 minions die right here. But once it happens, Zerg's got to give some more respect over to Ignar.
Can tell the type of game they're looking for, though. Meanwhile, Stomage has gone for buff to buff. So he still is level 2. But technically, that's all Jarvan needs to be able to get off the combo, as well as electrocute. So
and the Hop's already gone behind him. Soaz does not have a way out. Buys a little bit of time, and he's not going to burn much. Here comes the rest of the team. The flash to follow. Oh! First blood. Yes, Yankos. The first blood king is here already. Looking for more to his crown. Add another notch to the belt. Looking to knock down Stomage. Bit more damage coming through. 100 HP left on him. Out goes the Jarvan.
Bug Champ saves Dog Champ. They've got the counter here. Yankos comes in. Not only that, but Yankos did the 3-camp blue side clear. So after the bad trade from Soaz, or even probably before it, they were already thinking around this, vulnerable Nasus here up on the top side. So really do like the choice here from Yankos to hang around. He's being very efficient, killing a camp while being in range for this counter game. If you watch the minimap, he takes the blast cone, jumps over, immediately gets in to flash on Thaldrin before he's able to generate enough for the transformation. He had one more, either auto attack or Q or something to get off before the Mega Gnar would have transformed. But Yankos is able to kill him off before that does come through, and they almost even took down Stonewatch after.
Yeah, and I really got to give props to Yankos. You saw him kite his Gromp up. This is before they ever saw Jarvan. He's cutting the Gromp up the top side towards the blast cone. He's waiting for the counter gank, thinking it's gonna come in.
Exactly. That's why we talked about the forethought put into it and the planning here. Jungling is so much about that. And now after that gank, you have to think about how does the jungling actually affect the lane matchup? Because Nasus, this is going to be probably a couple extra points here from Soaz into the E. He does have Aerie himself. You can clear the waves very easily with it, but you can also get good harassment down. And now that he has gotten some extra breathing room here and a little bit of extra time up on this Nasus, we'll see him scale a lot more comfortably into the late game.
The case right now, Yankos going to take away some of this Gromp gold from his opponent. Was able to see, Stomage had 8 CS and the 2 buffs. He knew what camps were taken and runs away to take away the bottom jungle. Sweeps out. I don't know if he actually saw Zerg Sting, but certainly Kha'Zix doesn't know, but jumps over the wall and stays safe for himself. So Yankos just fine and has a little bit of camps left in the bottom jungle to clear if he wants to. Level 4 to level 3, and Stomage actually Gonna go for round 2 towards the top side, but with Soaz under the turret, not an easy dive. But might just look to scout out the jungle.
Yeah, there's not much he can do offensively, so it's much more of a getting control here for Thaldrin to allow this Gnar to continue to try and pressure. You know, mini form, very annoying for Soaz to deal with at the moment, but Soaz should be able to last hit there under the turret. As you said, getting a couple more points in the lead now.
Ooh, early smite! Yankos steals it away! An early smite from Stomage gives that one an option. Has the flag and drag out, but got nothing for the counter jungle.
This is such a bad spot for Stomage. He is level 3, no mana.
He'd be stunned.
No flash.
Good juke. Oh, if PoE had held onto that E a little bit longer and made him commit to going upwards, that might have been a kill for Yankos to chase through. But either way, Stomage just nothing much to farm, and he's down 2 levels.
This brings up another really cool topic about the preseason, though. People were complaining so much about jungle catch-up experience that it was heavily nerfed. Now, not only is it less experience, but it's also only on the big monsters. So Mage is level 3, and Yankos has already been counter jungling. Level 5 Kha'Zix plus vision in his jungle. It's absolutely insane how big this lead is.
Thaldrin's Mega Gnar, he's going to be able to stun Soaz, who kites it back. Now the damage outputs here in PoE secures the kill for the top lane. Thank you very much. I did all the work. Thanks for the kill.
Yeah, that feels good for Power of Evil. I guess Yankos was like, fine, whatever. I'm already pretty fed. I have a giant lead. And they're all going to continue to pressure here. But this is a breath of fresh air for Stomage because, as he said, he was completely counter jungle. There's vision all over, and now he gets to slide in. Yeah, it's bad for him. His top laner died, but he gets to soak up some lane minions, at least.
Well, up to level 4, he's keeping up in this game. Just a very little bit here. Frozen kills a control ward. And he's got some CS, but peeking on a kill means PoE's doing better in this lane. Power of Evil's not only forced Stomage out of his own jungle once, but got that kill top lane. So it looks pretty good for this Comet Xerath. Nice little pillar blocks off Ruckus, but Rocket jumps away down to 1/3 HP.
Really going to have to keep track now. What is Yankos going to be able to do with this lead? Because it is absolutely massive. Now that he is level 6 and he has been able to evolve the R, it opens up everywhere for gank opportunities. One of the little tricks that I've learned here in the preseason, walking through the brush, you can get almost all the way to the middle of mid lane, but if you just activate your R while you're still invisible, it extends the range and it extends the duration there, so you can gank anyone without them having any sort of vision on you and hold on to your leap until they react with some sort of flash or whatever their escape is. It really does make his level 6 ganks impactful, so he can now basically have his pick of any lane that he wants to go to. And we were talking about the bottom lane. They wanted to get into it. Reckless even took the sudden impact rune to try and have some all-ins on Tristana. So maybe he shows that area a little bit of love.
Sure. Might happen here for himself. Power of Evil does not have the kills yet, but he went for free boots. We'll get them a little bit. That'll be fun for him. His runes. He's got the biscuits as well. Yankos still looking for something to do in this topside jungle. Zergsting, I believe, might have seen him with that ward, but going to come kite back around. Puts the ward down for the blue buff. Now something in a 1v2. Chomps the blast cone, gets away, but now the blue buff going to be attacked by Yankos. And the ward sees where Jarvan is coming from. So it's a bit of a race against how this guy can join. And open up for Zeet now wants to get his team back in. That's blue buff resets.
Ooh,
wow! 0-4, they dodge it all away, but at least gets the blues saved so far for Stomage.
Oh man, that is not the way you want to start out a skirmish, but here comes 4 members to tackle this blue buff. Can they take him down?
It's in Fog of War, they're gonna get it. The Q goes over to Frozen. Thank you very much, blue for him. All right, so hey, even though you missed the Jin shots, it did make Europe run away. I can't complain too badly about this one. 1,200 gold difference game though. And there's still a lot of wounds to lick right here. The bot lane is going to be the place to be attacked. Here comes the next bit of assassination. In they jump. Gamba. Got to get one already. Looking for number 2. Zergsting going to run out of health. Down he goes. Yankov making the Turkish scoreline 0-for-4 and the kills as well.
I like the last hop here from Reckless. He jumps in, gets some to impact, and immediately flashes back out. Actually, now we have Stomage coming down as well. He's low health.
He's a bit alone. Yankov's going to get a bit of damage. Okay, no chase to be had, but with the wave pushed in, it's going to be just some XP gain and nothing else.
We were right, though. Yankos went down bottom to try and help out, Reckless, and they were able to make use of it. So Reckless was able to grab one of those kills. Meanwhile, Soaz on the top side.
Oh, he's chasing him with her. Timed out now. It pops the ultimate, and Thaldrin's like, but I can just walk away from you. He gets rid of the nullifying orb shield there, but otherwise not a ton to be gained. Hold still up for the Turkish top laner. watch that bot lane fight again.
Remember, this is after they forced the Jin cooldown, so there's no ultimate. There's no chance for him to use it, though, as PoE was hitting his ult shots. There's Reckless, hops in, immediately flashes out as Xerxes turns around to give him the bite.
But it was nice. He provided the slowest that PoE could land a few more shots there, land that last ulti charge, and I think it was actually the right choice, even though flashing away seems silly. I do like what Reckless did there.
I like people going for all-star plays at the all-star tournament.
I like going for all-star plays all the time, unless they're on my team in solo queue, in which case, calm down, don't feed. Look at this damage output. Zeet not yet. Health down to 1.5 HP. Whoop. And they're going to have a little bit more coming in as Ignar brings some teammates. None of the CC landing. The juke shoes are in, but doesn't matter. PoE gets shot down. First kill over. Typical NA mid laner dying on the tower dive, and now Ignar going to get shot down as well. Double kill, but Yankov's mopping up in the mid lane. 5 because of him.
Oh no, PoE just whiffing all over the place here, and Zeitnot gives him the 1-2. Bullet to the head, and he's going down. Meanwhile, Jankos is able to kind of stabilize it there for Europe in the mid lane. Remember, Europe still does have the 1,000 gold lead, but Turret taking a lot of damage here. Reckless wants to make a move.
Reckless jumps in, gets the charge down. A few more shots will do him in. That might be enough for lethal damage. Xenot chases and does get killed, and Reckless jumps back out. The best he could have done, and now Zergsting is just going to get splatted so as to get his first kill of the game.
The Turret going a little too juicy there. Reckless is able to utilize the guerrilla warfare skin and jump in from the outside. Does end up getting another kill. So, as he said, you know, the world's AD carry is very much still viable. And now that the early game, they're getting some kills onto him, he's going to scale extremely well.
Oh, yeah. You know, the Omega squad going to get themselves the first run of the game. Slowly but surely. But no one's going to stop them. No one else rushing turrets nearly as fast. Bonus of gold, 275 apiece to the bot lane here of the European All-Stars. Feels pretty good for them. That gold lead, quite massive, about 4K.
Let's take another look at the highlight here that we had. Power of Evil gets the ticket in under the turret here from Ignar. Throws off the stun. Don't need that one. Q is dodged out very nicely, though. Can't really blame him for that one. Nice moves there from Jin, and they're able to get these shots landing this time around, even with the flashes. Ooh, Stomage.
Never saw him coming.
Just so juicy right there. Yanko's able to slip in. Easy work with Kha'Zix. 3 kills now for the European All-Star jungler.
Man, this was the whole time. He literally, I think, couldn't have known other than trying to guess. So
it's the freest thing. The first time I utilized that and I was able to get all the way across mid lane, I was like, wow, this is really good. That's very, very strong.
It is, it is. Welcome to having an easy roll, Kobe. Here we go in the top lane, though. Stomach coming to help out with Aldrin. So as says, I'll just keep farming. It's okay. My Q's on half cooldown. I'm ulting just to get the farm going.
Also, he's got a stronger jungler, so here they go.
Cross is in the mix. PoE shows up for a couple of shots in and helps get the first kill across. Yanko's flashing back out of the Cataclysm. And now Soaz has turret aggro. He's got to be careful. When are they going to join into this one? He's pulled up the aggro. Nice jump back, and no stun's going to land. Stomage! Woo! Survives the comedy, gets away with it.
All right, here comes another challenger. Frozen has arrived. 1v3.
Ulti comes across suppression. They're flashing away. Will the damage be enough? Malefic Vision's just not visual enough. Nothing picked up there. Top lane turret now undefended, and that will be turret number 2 for the Europe All-Stars.
Meanwhile, we have a little bit of a rotation. Bottom lane for the Turkish squad is rotated up to mid to try and hold this one, it looks like, and the European All-Star duo are also going to answer them, and it will be a standoff as top lane turret goes down. That's 2 turrets for the European squad, and the map is really starting to become their territory.
Yeah, they're taking over a lot of this right now. We'll see as they keep pushing forward. Getting rid of the mid lane waves for now. Ocean Drake is up. It's still useful, just it's not that like 10-minute Ocean is super bonkers insane. Either way, though, PoE has actually neglected to go for Merlinamicon, just relying on Mana Flow Band and maybe this later Ocean Drake for his mana regen tools. Reckless going in with Yankos. The double jump squad is here. So as flashing in for the Wither on Zeetnot. No way out for the Jin. A quick shot. Make sure he's safe thanks to Ignar. And now Stomage stuck alone under the turret. A triple kill for the European AD Carry All-Star in Reckless. And he's just destroying this game now. 4-0-4 for Yankos, the whole squad doing so well.
Yeah, they're also going to be able to take the objective afterwards. Icing on the cake here. Now with all the outers down, all objectives are basically just on the checklist here for Europe. They get to check off the Ocean Drake here now, and it is going to be the zombie ward snowball that we kind of talked about. They can just move in, plant everything with vision, and really make use of the giant gold lead they've been able to accrue in the early game. Because if you look across at the Turkish squad, you know, yes, there is a Gnar up there, but he's a 0-3 Gnar. He hasn't been able to get a huge amount of gold. He's been utilizing the matchup pretty well and earning that CS difference, but with all the kills coming through for Europe, there's not much that they're going to have to worry about.
He plugs the gold holes a bit with that turret kill up there, but it's still more than 5,000 apart. Sniped! Power of evil. Grabbed himself the blue buff, I do believe.
Topside as well. Ignar has been able to walk up here behind Thaldrin. I don't know what he's going to be able to do as support Tom Kench, though. 1v1 with the team captain.
Gets ulted and goes, still chasing you, though, because Yankos is on the hunt. Looking for this one here. Thaldrin going to be back to Mini Gnar. Gets the bit of move speed from the W passive. But here comes snipe number 1, 2, and not in range for 3, but the damage output so high. The tongue lashes in, and another kill for Yankos. He's unstoppable.
Tom Kench. Beautiful here. Able to get the tongue lick for the extra slow, then also turret aggro denied, eats him up.
I think it's the only time anyone's called Tom Kench beautiful, Kobe.
I appreciate multiple forms of beauty.
Including big toads?
Yes.
Great. You know what? That's fine. Not my taste, but you know what? You do you, buddy. Throw the 2 in kills. Reckless on the beautiful Tristana. You know what? That was terrible. We're going to move on. Either way, though, Stomage looking for some action. The bot side almost predicts the flat, but Power of Evil goes over the knockup. Either way, though, with Demolish up here getting some damage, they're not going to stay for it.
All right, Turkey looking to get some ground back for themselves. As you said earlier, Thaldrin was able to get the top turret before they chased him all the way back down and were able to get the kill. So they did get some gold back for themselves, but it's going to be difficult to mount the comeback this time around. Here you go. Soaz with the dive, able to get his ult off after action. Didn't even need it. It was the Tom Kench. Once again, he's the real star.
He is the real star. Absolutely. Beautiful champion, doing well for himself. And now, Rift Herald also going down. Yanko's going to grab that. Yes, he will. We'll see what the next target is going to be. 3-1 in turrets, 12-2 in kills. Europe definitely bouncing back quite nicely from their loss yesterday. And looking to maybe wind this one down when they get the chance to. Still only 17 minutes in. Got quite a bit of League of Legends to go. But waiting for the next objective here. Soaz looking towards the bottom side. He was about to square off against Thaldrin. Both of them have left the lane for now, though. You can see how afraid Zeitnot is of what could be around. You saw him sniping from far away, trying to get the wave clear. So he finally has some wards to keep himself a bit safe.
Yeah, plan for Turkey right now is kind of the defensive huddle here, where they've mostly positioned themselves around their turrets with pink wards through their own jungle to try and make it safer to diverse from turret to turret and wait for a mistake from Europe. You know, the one thing about All-Stars, and everyone looks to make All-Star plays in YouTube highlights, they can actually punish those if Europe decides to go for a dive and Ignar's not around to save them, and then Turkey might be able to turn something around. As we've been talking about, though, Europe pretty comfortable in their situation.
Yep. Looking pretty good for themselves. I want to point out Yanko's not quite going for the full hardcore build that we had seen out of Karsa yesterday. Has gone for Green Smite and also getting himself towards the Fade. So not quite as hardcore, but looking for more Xerxes. Goodbye, deleted already. Turned back to an egg, and now over the wall. Stomage just a flash out for this one. Couple snipes from Zeitnot, and it does not seem to matter. A couple of nice jukes away. Got rid of some of PoE's shots. Another bot lane turret under fire, though, and the whole squad is here ready to deal the damage. And a 4v5, 5 being on their squad. Bot lane tier 2 fall. Rift Herald still available for Yankos.
All right, I'm going to check in here on the stacks for Soaz, because that's the coolest part about Nasus. 147 it was just at a couple of seconds ago. He did go for that Emax I was talking about with him. So it's not the highest numbers that you're looking for, because he wasn't just concentrating on stacking it up. But still, he is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Going to provide the tankiness. He has gone for the Righteous Glory. We saw him before flashing in just to get in range of Wither. Now he won't have to use a summoner spell. He can just use the speed. And that really is one of the most annoying spells to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely the case. And good luck. I mean, the thankful thing, at least a little bit for the Turkish squad, is none of them really need attack speed that badly. The Wither is like a bit less annoying than it could have been. XP Yankos gets the Rift Herald on the wrong spot of the map. He just parks it there. Maybe that was on purpose. I'm not sure. Oh my word, he's gone! Thaldrin deleted. Who needs stacks? +6 for Soaz. And he's found another one. jumps over the wall, gets suppressed, but it's not going to buy him much time. Perfect timing. Soaz not quite going to get it. Is he going to save it for the stack? No, he's going to take it with the E. No extra stacks there. Triumph keeps Jankos alive. I think it was Triumph. Either way, slinking away, and now Soaz has someone else to target here. Stomage, not a lot of mana. Oh! Ignar, you are beautiful. Power of Evil gets that kill, 16-2.
Where are you going, boy? Ignar licks him up, able to take him out in a combo, and another kill goes through. All right, eyes on Reckless now. He's got his crit combination in addition to the Quicksilver Sash already built up, so he has no one to fear at this point.
Yeah, not even Malzahar can look at him scarily and keep him in place. Reckless knows how to get away with those tricks. Blue buff.
Oh no, not the evil eye.
I mean, Reckless got an eyeball collector. He's ready to go for all of this. It's not even a problem. So I want to say it's on purpose. Thank you for going back to it, observers. I think it's intentional to where Jankos can be like, all right, when we're ready to go, I'll kill the Krugs and send it out. I want to say it's on purpose. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. Jankos is the mastermind.
All right, my theory is that Jankos just likes collecting pets. And he wanted 3 sizes of Krug here, but there's no other size of Krug, so best he could get is a giant scuttle crab.
There are actually 3 though. You get the medium one and it turns into 2 smaller. You can get all 4 sizes of Krug.
He's gonna have to kill one of them.
Oh
to do
no!
that, though. You're gonna kill one of your own pets.
Hey, but they'll multiply. He'll get twice as many pets. It's like when you've got a pet stick. Someone breaks your stick in half, and you got 2 sticks.
Oh man!
You got twice as many pets. Jankos knows how this works.
That's
He's
a really
math man.
That's a really a cup half full way of looking at killing one of your own pets there, freak.
To get 2 pets. It's like starfishes. They both become real starfish.
Okay.
There's even precedent. But yeah, 60-2 in kills, 10,000 gold lead. Europe is definitely smashing this one right now. And the question is, at this point, it's almost like when will they close out? Looking right now like a Baron bait here as their items continue to push towards fruition. Throws it. Yeah. Has to run away in fear. The Pet Master is scary here in this one, looking for snipes back and forth. Rich's been getting away. And sadly, especially with Lucidity boots, he's just not that tanky and can't really withstand this front line at all. A little more damage towards Zeitnot. And Turkey forced away from their side of the map.
Yeah, this is the problem here. They're dealing with just a one-man artillery situation with Power of Evil. He's not even super fed on Xerath in the mid lane, but they're all so far behind they have no defenses that they're not able to deal with. Let's see if Soaz is gonna let let Shelly out.
Nope. Shelly remains in the cage. All right. Oh! Dodges away nicely. Zeitnot dodge just as many as needed, stays alive, walks away cleanly.
I feel like we need to start a petition online or something. European fans get out there and convince Jankos to let Shelly free.
Hashtag free Shelly 1, I think, would be the tag we'd all use. And let's see, mid lane about to be under fire, you have to imagine. The waves are gone. Soaz! Soaz lets her out!
Now, how will they use this? What's the important strategy here, Freak? They're pushing on the bottom side. They're going to create pressure, draw them away from the Baron.
Exactly. They're saving it for Baron. Soaz here to add some stacks to split push alongside Jankos' pet. It's beautiful.
23 minutes of work have been put into this strategy. The timing, impeccable here. Jankos on the backside of the Baron, and they're trying to bait in Zerg Sting. They've got him.
Oh, he's doing so much damage. Zerg Sting feels the sting as he walks away from the claws of justice. That Jankos. That was a bit.
He has a lot of titles.
Yeah, he does.
Pokemon Master, Claws of Justice,
First Blood King. Who knows, man?
This guy.
Aldrin just gets to attack Shelly. I mean, that's why they kept her in the kennel. They don't just run around wild. Just runs into like wild Nars and dies. Poor Shelly. Never got to even see a turret.
Yeah. Turns out Jankos was a better pet owner than Soaz.
Yeah.
Soaz very unreliable here.
I trust you to watch my cat. What did you do?
Well, here we go for an engage.
And the pillar is up, but does it matter? Snipe 1, snipe 2, 3, and 4 coming in. Stomage again cannot get out. Ignar finds the catch. Reckless now godlike got the kill credit for this one. But all the work was done by the support there. And now back towards Baron. They might look at the jungle of death. There's no smite to be worried about. Okay, Zeitnot, and it's going to be Ignar blocking the shots. Reckless completely safe here, and Ignar, it barely even tickles Tom Kent. Then they go, and not much of a chance to stop this Baron attempt at all.
Yeah, Tom Kench is one of those guys, you can tickle him, he just never lasts. Oh, Pui lands a pretty big stun here, but they're going to just take up the Baron and go for the reset.
Easy and clean. Nicely done to Europe so far. Only giving them 2 deaths and a single turret on a split push. Otherwise, they have been really in control of this game. They're kind of doing it by the book, right? Making sure they're getting the leads, setting up the vision. They had one good teammate where they killed the jungler, and that was enough for Baron.
All right, Baron empowered. Trinity Force built here on SOAS. We're pushing away the Nasus Dream. Gonna get the recall off. He does have teleport, so he'll just get right back out onto the field. You want to get those 2 points of pressure, as always, with your team. Don't want to let the other end of the claw hanging here. There's Ignar on the Tom Kench. He's on the front lines. He saves people. He breaks combos from the enemy team. He kills people. He does it all.
He protect and he attack, dude. He knows how to do everything. Ignar's got your back. And with a 12,000 gold lead, Yankos about to get Baldrin's back. Look at the damage output. There's no way out. Give it over to Power of Evil. Why not? 3, 1, and 5. 8 kill participation. Well done. 2 of those at least have been steals.
BOE's had a lot of off-screen steals.
Yeah.
They've been looking good. That's what you're supposed to do with the champion.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Tied for KDA.
that was what he was built for.
1,480 damage to the snipe from Sight Not. Might never find a champion with that much damage, though. This could be a very difficult game. As it will be for Turkey's bot lane inhibitor turret falls.
Reckless still has yet to die in this game, by the way. He's got the most kills on his team, fully equipped to jump in there. We're looking for those aggressive rocket jumps.
See, he's still got Ignar around to keep him safe. He goes a little bit too crazy. Lands a lightning crit. Feels pretty good about that one. Want to point out, by the way, Static Shiv actually does heal you with Gravitas Hunter. You want to go for that one as a marksman down there? Static Shiv actually does work that way. The knockup, though! Where's Ignar? He's not to be seen! Reckless is way too much that, but a kill comes through for the dog champ. SOAS gets one. And the snipes come through. Will they find some clean up? Ignar there to save SOAS the top side. His favorite Fnatic member, clearly. Another snipe comes through as the Jhin is gone. Zera says, I can do it better. Yankos now dominating one of the 2 remaining deathless members of the squad. A pillar gets him away, though. But the chase is back in the leap forward. Frozen Force to kite away, but Power of Evil able to rampage with his 4th. And here comes the attacks. The flash forward. They need a bigger boat. They've got this kill picked up. Yankos getting himself the ace as now the Nexus is open with the turrets.
Nice shots from PoE here on this Zera. Impeccable timing, and they're going to be able to take this one.
All right, first game of the day. Gonna go to Europe here as they wait to find champions to kill, to pad their stats, make them look as good as they possibly can.
Take it! Get in there!
Fancy footwork moves right there, but Nexus will fall. Europe gonna win the first game and improve to 1-1, setting up their showdown with LMS later today.
European All-Stars said they learned a lot from yesterday.